Boys.
Hashtag save Lani again.
Well,
No, it's
listen,
not bad. It's not
listen, we take good care of you, okay?
No, you guys do. That's how I made Alina. So he gave me suggestions on what I should do, and look what happened.
Take the shirt off.
Do I fit?
Yes.
Okay.
You do.
What up?
We're like really tight.
We're tight knit. Be uplifted.
Yeah. Be uplifted. Okay. Ready?
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hi. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of
Be Uplifted.
Pew, pew, pew.
Would we like to thank our sponsors?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'll do it. Okay. If you have no time and you're really busy and you're looking for a wonderful, delicious meal prep company, consider using our code TheBabes10 to save 10% off at mikeysmeals.com. That's Mikey's Meals with a Z. And actually, soon they're going to have a rotating menu. So there's a new menu coming out. So any of you guys that are old customers will be getting new menus at mikeysmeals.com. Use our code TheBabes10 to save 10%. And the Pixel Lounge SD. Because without this place, we'd still be in Ari's kitchen. Oh, no, y'all would. I would be at home sleeping.
And I'll just be commenting and talking shit.
Those were good times, okay? If you were in those moments of our stage, I guess you could say.
Those were exciting times.
Those were.
Yeah.
Those definitely were.
I look back at it, and aside from like cringing at the quality.
Oh my God.
like that. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember the first episode when Ackright set up those webcams. I was like, God damn it, for real?
But we've upgraded thanks to the Pixel Lounge and you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what I mean.
Thank you guys.
All right, guys.
Okay.
So today,
Oh.
I don't even have like a topic line for it. So Kuya, you can work your magic after when you do your editing. But so as you guys know, I've had my baby. She's 6 months now, and I've been going through a lot of changes with my body, with mentally, emotionally, and I asked them before I starting this, I was like, so how long have you guys been with your baby mama after having the baby? And just kind of seeing like what changes have you guys seen her go through? And how you guys dealt with it. Obviously, I know y'all are like separated now, but like, I just want to know like what changes have you seen? Or am I the only one that's crazy? So I want to get your guys' input about that.
The first thing that came to mind when you started talking about that is if I were to give my old self and my old ex-wife advice is don't lose sight of what you guys were planning before the baby. Like incorporate that because the baby is very important.
Yeah.
But you have to remember the things that got you guys together were the plans that you were having, leading up to that, and things may have changed. But if you lose sight of your direction, you may lose sight of the love.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely hear that. Because I feel like that's kind of, not saying we're going in a bad direction, but because we're just so focused on the baby and the baby and the baby, the baby, the baby, and like working and just, normal daily life.
Yeah.
Not to say we forgot, but it's like we forgot how it was just us two. Plus, I mean, aside from like all other life things that happen, and it's just hectic.
Yeah. I think you forget you two, period.
Yeah.
No matter how important the baby is, you guys are still the foundation of the family. And I think a lot of times you when you plan things, and then you kind of revolve around the baby, which is kind of like, I really feel as though you should just plan things and then figure out like, babysitting and what else. It's not like you can't just go into any type of plan saying we can't do it because we have the baby.
Yeah.
And there's always, I think it's really important to have like time away from the baby. Like, no matter how important it is, it's like you need time away from the baby.
Yeah.
And it's like, get away. Cause then it's always gonna be like a release, right? From each party. You know, that's why I was surprised to see you.
That's why I was laughing was because, so I don't know if you heard or saw or whatever, but me and Jason went to Hickey's and Dry Hubs and Vet.
Yeah.
So it was like our first time out, just like with, you know, us two together instead of just me going out or him doing something. And it was so weird. Like, I mean, we had a great time. We got a little drunk here and there, you know, but like it was just kind of weird in a way because like, maybe because the vibes that night, I don't know, like towards the end of the night, it was kind of weird, but it was nice. But at the same time, I was just kind of like, in the back of my head, I just kept thinking about like, okay, don't drink too much because I got to take care of the baby. Like, I just had a million shit going on in my head.
Yeah.
That I couldn't really like fully enjoy myself.
Yeah, but you can always say like, you can always make plans where it goes beyond that. Like, you know, you can drink, but you don't necessarily have to go home and take care of the baby. So, like, who was taking care of your grandma, aunt?
It was like a aunt, uncle.
Yeah, but then you see him the next day. So you have that night to just do it yourself. You don't go pick up the baby at 3 a.m.
I did.
Yeah,
I
can't do that though.
No, I had no other option, honestly.
I know, but I'm saying is that, that puts like a strain in your plans already.
Yeah.
It almost cuts it off. So like, what happens if there was like some vibe going on and you just want to just like, you know, like downright like bang bang bang.
Yeah.
Then you couldn't.
Okay. Yeah. No.
That's why those little like vacation getaways where the baby's at home. People go to Vegas because they can't go home at night and still deal with the baby.
Yeah.
They deal with the baby when they're fully done with it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's rewind a little bit and break down. So, like, what are some things that you guys experienced seeing changes besides like just you two, like within her, that you're like, fuck, like I didn't expect that, like postpartum-ish, I guess you could say.
I don't know. I mean, what like?
I don't know if I understand this.
Well,
So-
I do, but I don't have an example to give because I don't really. I can say like if you gave me examples of what you're personally going through, I could probably go, oh shit, I didn't realize that. I would do it this way this time.
Okay,
this time
so-
around.
I can give an example of if I'm understanding this correctly, which everybody knows 30% of the time I'm right all the time. But so I think when I was with Alyssa's mom before we had Alyssa, so when we were just dating and we're together and everything, she was very supportive of my creativity, where she actually bought me my first turntables.
Okay.
So I was learning how to DJ, and you know, at the time we were also young, so I wasn't able to get into clubs and stuff like that. But when Alyssa was born, she was like, you have to join the military. You have to get rid of this. You can't work on your car anymore, stuff like that. So the things that like she originally liked about me, they changed because of course the priority does change, and I agree with her on that, but I don't agree with her execution. You know, like I don't think that it was fair that we had to lose sight of why we were in love with each other now that we were loving somebody else, you know?
Yeah, I think that's also that happens a lot when technically you're not really prepared to have a child.
Yeah.
So you're going about everything's like you know like that honeymoon, like that bliss.
Yeah.
And then you end up doing things, and then you end up with a child, and now you kind of get worried, and you start to scramble, and you're like now. I'm over here trying to figure out like how to pay the bills. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna push Vince to go, hey, stop that DJ. Go find a fucking real job.
Yeah.
And then that ultimately starts to create like tension in your relationship, because at one point you guys were just, you know, when you say we forget about the times that it was just us two. No, you're actually forgetting the times when you have no responsibilities.
Yeah.
You know, but then all of a sudden, 9 months later, you're with child.
Yeah.
And now you're thinking about like, oh, now we really got to move out. Right? Now we got to start looking for a place of our own. How are we going to afford that along with the bills for the baby and just everything else? So sometimes you panic and in your panic, it's that haze, and you start like pressuring the other person to do certain things that maybe they weren't really like ready to do.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't feel like we lost sight as far as like handling our responsibilities before. You know, I guess it was more of just like physically. Yeah. Like, but I also, okay, here's the thing too. Like, I think I've talked about this. I'm not quite sure, but so after, you know, sorry guys, but after I had the baby, you know, like the nurses and doctors were really pressuring me to like hop on birth control unless we're trying to have a kid. Right?
Yeah. Right.
So I, you know, laid out my options of what I wanted and whatever. And I truly feel like not only because we've
Your
had
libido
Alina,
has changed.
my literally like everything has changed for me. Like mentally, I feel like I'm super fucked up in the head. Not only because I don't want to blame my kid because obviously I love my kid, you know, but like the birth control highly fucked me up. But then also like this new, obviously like adjustment, and then like trying like all this stuff kind of like in a way stacking up, like making sure my relationship is good, making sure I'm good, making sure he's good, making sure my family's good, and like just all this like stuff piling up.
Yeah, but what really is it anxiety? Is it stress? I mean, is it what is the overall like I guess result of it? Is it the lack of intimacy? The lack of like you just don't want to see the other person. It's like you don't want to be around the other person. Like, what is all of that? Those events culminating into that's creating that boundary.
I think it's for sure stress, right? It's for sure stress, and then like lately, right now, life is just kind of like literally fucking in the ass.
I get it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, what is the result of that? Like, is it? Does he say, "Hey, babe, let's do it tonight," and you're like, "Fuck no, I ain't gonna get near your naked ass," or you know, or it's like, "I don't even want to be sleeping next to you tonight."
Oh no, I want to be sleeping next to him, but like, just don't touch me right now. Like, I don't want to be touched.
That's why.
But
okay, that's why you need that. That's why you need that separation time. And not necessarily have to come back at 3 a.m. to pick up the baby.
okay, so like, did you guys experience that?
Yeah.
Your baby mom
Yeah.
is? And okay, how long did it? Do you guys remember like kind of how long did it take for her to be like, okay, I'm ready to get it in? Whoop, bam.
I mean, here's the thing, is obviously we're not together, right?
No, I'm like, yeah. Go.
Okay, go
I think mine is a lot different, but go.
Like obviously we're not together. We're together with our baby mamas, right? So something happened where you try to just live life without addressing that little bit of separation, and guess what happens? The separation gets bigger to the point where you guys can go like a whole 6 months, a whole year without being intimate, and you think it's normal because you're just living your life, right? Because so it's not like. It's not anything that, you know, you're looking at and go, oh, in hindsight, you look back and go, fuck, I should have fixed that. It should have been something of a priority as a couple. But obviously, we didn't think of it that way. And eventually, it's like you go 6 months, you go a year and a half without doing it. And then you guys do it, and it's 5 minutes later, you know, you're done.
Okay, but okay, go ahead and tell what you're saying, and then I'll.
Well, mine was a little bit different because I did take on more roles. So after I just figured, okay, I have to man up and provide for my family now. You know, it went from having a kid to getting married and having a place together, so on and so forth. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to be able to provide. So I had 2 jobs. You know, I went from my fun Arby's job and working at the warehouse where we got to sell music and stuff, to now it's like, okay, now I work for these old ass companies now, which nobody that watches this probably knows what it is, but it's when you dial those 1010 numbers. It's like 1010-83 382, and that was
832, wasn't it?
yeah, and it was like 10 cents for the first 5 minutes, 15 cents each additional minute if you're gonna call to the Philippines or some shit like that.
Like
Yeah.
those calling card thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
I had to work for that, and then after that, I would go work for I would do a paper route. And then when I got home, I would watch my daughter, and then my ex would go to school, and then when she comes back, I would go back to work. You know, so
It was like a routine type
yeah.
of thing.
So I would get lucky if I took 2 naps a day, but I never really got to sleep. And then it was this thing where like now we have a place, we have our family together, and she wanted to be intimate a lot more, but I was just exhausted, and I didn't tell her about that. I had a hard time communicating that to her. I just wanted to like just rest, you know, but then with me always working and then her like prioritizing school, and then of course our time with our daughter, we didn't have time to be intimate. But again, that, you know, I think that that's both of our faults. So, like I'm not going to place blame on her. I think that she was a wonderful wife, you know, a wonderful mom, but not the way that I wanted to be,
Like at that time.
as a family. Yeah. Oh no, even now, if we were to, if I were to have the opportunity again, I would just be like, no, we're good friends. We're hella good friends. Like she talks shit to me. It's funny as hell.
That's
like
funny.
like I call her or she called me one time. I forgot what the reason was for. And then she said, she said, "Hey, did I miss your dad's birthday?" I was like, "Oh no, that's tomorrow. Today was my ex's birthday." And she's like, "Oh, which one, Rose?" I was like, "No." And she starts going down this list. I was like, "Damn." And she's like, "I can't keep up with you." And I'm like, I mean, that's fucked up.
She knows your life.
Yeah, she knows
She
my
knows
life.
your life.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, but I mean, besides like intimacy, right? Sorry, what the fuck is there flying around? Okay, besides intimacy, okay, because you know how you guys hear like postpartum as far as like being hard to detach from like the baby and things like that, or like going back to like the normal life of her, of, you know, going back to work and like doing all that. Was there things that you've like remember experiencing where she treated you differently because of that?
I mean, there's so many different factors that can
Yeah,
be
no, okay.
involved in that. It's like,
So, okay, for example, I'm gonna put it myself. So, right now, I feel like I'm struggling with, I've been at work now for like a month and a half, almost 2 months now, you know, but it's still a struggle for me because I adjusted so much going from like morning shift to like day shift, or morning shift to like night shift, and then to like, you know, like sleeping schedules, eating schedules with the baby, and then like I get kind of like jealous in a way that and I'm happy for him that he can still go to the gym and work on himself and whatever, and I feel like I'm just there, like I'm just doing my part of just this, like taking care of what I'm supposed to be taking care of, you know.
so you feel as though like during the day, like, let's say everybody gets like he gets to go to the gym because the babysitter. I'm assuming is that because
like, you know, he goes in the middle of the night, and I'm taking care of the baby.
Oh, okay.
So like basically, it's like as soon as I get home, or whatever, and he has the respect to ask me like, hey, like, can I go? And of course I don't want to say no, because I know that's what makes him happy, right? And like how you said how you would want your ex-wife to be able to accept that your creative side and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think about that too. Like I want him to still be who he was before we had the baby.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm also losing sight of like for myself. Because all I do, and I feel like the only thing I've been doing is just like the baby work.
Have you guys talked about this?
We have, and it's like things are being said but not like fully done. And then there's also like, I don't want to say excuses, because I feel like it's valid things of why like I can't do what we do, like what I would want to do, or prioritize myself as much, I guess.
Can you give me an example?
Yeah.
Because of baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me an example.
So like, I know you always have solutions for all this.
No,
That's
I
why
don't.
I'm like, I was hesitant.
I'm not trying to give you a solution. I'm trying
Yeah.
to understand.
Right.
So okay, for example, like let's mark up like how my day would look like, right?
Okay.
So, I wake up at 6 in the morning because that's what time she wakes up. He's already getting ready to go to work, right? And then from 6 to 11:30, by like 12, she's up. You know, I'm feeding her, whatever, bathing, whatever I need to do with her, right? And then from 12 to 1, I'm like trying to get ready, pack lunch, make sure dinner's done within that hour. Right?
Okay.
And then from 1:15-ish till like 10:30, I'm at work.
Okay.
And then, you know, he's the one that's taking care of the baby. As soon as I get off work, let's say he does ask me, oh, can I go to the gym? I'm like, okay. He goes to the gym, right? And then lately, because her teeth are coming in, she wakes up like a couple times of the night. So I'm like sleep deprived.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, when was like, you know how people say it's always important to have some time for you in the day to like, you know, whatever it is, right?
Your me time.
Your me time, right? And I just feel like I haven't gotten that.
Okay.
And I don't want to sound like I'm upset because like I'm grateful for what we have and I'm grateful for, you know,
But
what's
you need a
happening.
breather
But
too,
I do
though.
need a breather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So like what things would you tell your baby mama or whatever, or people that are listening that are dealing with this, like,
Okay. Well, what? Okay. So you only have 24 hours in the day, right? So
Right.
Your schedule's already shit busy, whatever. Okay. What time do you get home?
11.
See, I feel like you could already save an hour each day by ordering Mikey's meals.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you use the code BABES10, you can save 10%
Yes.
off.
No. So here's the thing. It's like if you get home at 10, but he has time to go to the gym at, let's say, 11, why isn't he the one that's getting up and giving you the extra 2-3 hours of sleep maybe to take care of the baby?
Which he does, right? But there's like 2-3 times of the week where he's like, can I go? And of course I'm the type I hate to say no.
No, I'm saying,
Yeah.
but why isn't he getting up?
I mean, he does, but not.
No, why he?
Yeah, I was the first one up when my daughter would cry, and I would say, "Babe, she's awake again."
No, I think it's just you could also be like, hey, you know, and this isn't a slight toward you, but just if you're listening, because you're just trying to figure out a plan, right?
Right,
But
yeah.
if basically like there's times during the day, like when you're at work and he's taking care of the baby from whatever to 10. I'm pretty sure the baby's asleep and you can like you get your naps in or whatever, you know, much easier. But if you just got off of your work, and then by the time you get to bed, really when you wind down and everything, it's like 12.
Yeah, literally.
Then
I
you-
force myself to sleep.
Yeah, then you have to wake up at, let's say, 5. Let's say your daughter wakes up at 6, but technically you're awake at 5, right? Because she doesn't wake up and you go, you know, you're kind of like up at 5.
Though low key, when I hear her cry, I'm like, fuck, okay, I gotta get up.
Yeah, but if that's the case, what time does he go to work? What time does he have to be at work?
Like 6:37.
6:37.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah.
Not like 6:39 or
No, because
Not at
because
6:30 or
it's-
6:42.
I can explain off camera,
Okay.
but yeah,
okay,
It's
it just depends on like the location he has to go to.
okay. Well, I know one of the things that you said is that you don't really like to say no.
Yeah.
Well, what if you were to, because if you don't figure this out now, you're gonna have more problems when
Yeah.
you have to deal with your baby child.
Yeah.
And
So-
and from that, I would say that's something that you guys have to discuss now.
Yeah.
That you have to say, hey, we're gonna figure this shit out. Don't not let's like kind of put it to the side.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Literally, I tell him like I don't see you pretty much like all week. When I said like yes, I see you, physically see you, but I don't talk to you
Yeah.
like all week. Or if anything, I'm like, how's my girl? I'm just like asking how my kid's doing or how our daughter's doing. But like besides that, I'm like, okay, like, can we have have a conversation? You know what I mean? Like,
But,
can I have more than a hello?
going back to the whole you don't like to say no, you're gonna have to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
also it's not that bad to let your baby cry for a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, but
Yeah.
my real point is I know you don't like saying no, but there are ways you can say yes with a like conditionally. Like if he says, "Babe, is it okay if I go to the gym?" You can start with small things, and it's like, yeah, on your way out, would you take out the trash?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I for sure do. I'm like, can you make sure there's an extra bottle so I don't have to get up and go do it?
Yeah, because that was one of the parenting. That was another difference between me and my my ex-wife, was she wanted to parent her differently from me, and one of the things that I did was I would always tell my daughter what she could do conditionally, versus she would always tell her what she can't do. You know, so if she says, "Dad, can I go play outside?" If her mom would say no because she didn't do her homework, she would just be like, "No, you can't go outside." Versus I would say, "You can go outside after you finish your homework." Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like it's a more positive way of like directing in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your work schedule set in stone, or is it necessary?
What do you mean?
It's necessary to avoid babysitting, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the only reason
The cost
why.
of babysitting.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, we talked about this, how fucking expensive it is to be out here.
Yeah, it's like
know?
really like another mortgage.
Literally.
Just to have your kid babysat.
Literally. But yeah, I mean, besides like talking, I mean, we've talked about it for sure. We've figured out like, okay, let's try this and see how this works.
Here's the thing. I think I found it.
Give me the key.
You have to find somebody via whether it's like a trusted friend, somebody you could vet. Find somebody that can babysit for an hour or two, 3 hours, 4 hours, so that once in a while you can just say, "Hey, I'm gonna take you to auntie's house," and then they can watch her. Then you have time for yourself. Whether or not you want to drop the baby off and go sit back on your couch and do nothing,
Yeah.
that's your escape though. But you know, it might cost you a little bit more, but it's cost you less. Yeah, it costs you less in having to have your daughter like babysat for a whole week, just one day, like once a month maybe. You know, show up and say, "Hey," you know.
Like, it's definitely something I like. People are like, "Duh, just do that," you know. But then, I don't know if like you guys would understand, obviously, because you guys are not women. But like, it's like that guilt, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to get over that.
Yeah. But is that guilt gonna kill your family?
That's
So
true.
how important is that guilt? Now, at that point, you're being fucking selfish as fuck.
Yeah.
If you think that you're gonna go ahead and just actually like grin and bear it just because you feel guilty, but it's gonna kill your family, well,
Clip that part.
You made the choice.
Yeah.
You made the choice, right?
Yeah.
So I would say, hey, you know what? Trust me. By the third time you do it, there will be no more guilt whatsoever. You're like, I'm fucking taking you to auntie's house.
No, and it's funny. So like recently, you know, we went on like a family vacation, and it was definitely much needed, right, during the time that it happened. Like perfect timing.
This one recently?
Recently,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was perfect timing, whatever. And then like they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna take her." I'm like, "Take her." Like take her.
Yeah.
Like they're like, "Dang, like that." I'm like, "Yes, please, like take her. Let me take a nap. Take her."
You
Yeah.
want the paperwork?
Like,
No, but that's what you need though. You need to like plan those things out where you don't necessarily, like, I hate to say it, but it's like you don't necessarily have to come back to your baby, and you can just like kind of like breathe
Right.
and actually have the full exhale, not the. You're back to it
you're
again.
choking on some gold
Yeah.
right there.
Lonnie, you're an event coordinator. I don't know why you haven't thought of this. Just throw yourself a party. During the party, just disappear, because everybody's going to want to pass that baby around.
Yeah.
Just not me. I'm like, where's mom at? Like, what?
I'm gonna go first to you, Vince, because you didn't want.
Oh
to let
yeah,
her
I'll
go.
take her.
Yeah, no. Yeah, for sure. It's something that like we're playing around with, I guess, as far as like schedule wise and who and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
man.
But it's just I like to get your guys' opinion.
I have another recommendation.
Okay.
Did you have fun at Hickeys and Dry Humps?
Yeah.
So next time, give me the child, right? I'm gonna stand outside with a sign.
Why does this sound like some hangover shit?
This is a win-win situation. Y'all get to do whatever you guys want. I make some money. I get to spend time with
Child.
Yeah,
With a harness.
yeah.
Wow. Walk up and down the line at the Hickeys and Dry Hump.
Oh yeah.
Meet all the girls. Like, oh my God, such a cute
What a
baby.
single dad. That's a thing apparently for some women. Like they're into single dads that are so into their
Well, that's why guys normally wear rings when they're not married.
what?
No, I wore a ring so that my girlfriend would feel safe. That
out.
girls won't talk to me. But there's this thing called pre-selection where if a girl sees you wearing a ring, she knows that you're good enough for some girl, so
Yes.
you might be good
Yes,
enough for her.
that you're actually
And-
willing to commit.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until like one of the girls that was like,
Why the fuck we didn't talk about this shit? This is okay. Rerun a different episode because what the fuck?
yeah. So
Well,
yeah.
we got like we're at 30 minutes. We got more time. We can talk about it now.
Well, okay. Well, remember, think about it, right? When a guy is attracted to a girl, it's because of her physical. We can see that right
Okay,
away.
yeah.
When a girl is attracted to a guy, yeah, there is physical, but they want to know that he's capable. They want to know
Yes.
that he can provide, he can protect, and the fact that he's already capable of doing that for somebody else means that he could probably do that for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Because girls have always gone through, like, the one thing that girls always say, I can't find a guy to marry because nobody's willing to marry me. But then they
There's
find
something wrong with her.
No, because the thing is like, it's not about them. It's in their head. They're thinking the guy with the ring can commit. He
Yep.
has the ability to say yes
Those are
to the ring.
That's some crazy bitches because
It works all the time though.
God, what ages are we talking about?
Any
age, especially like our age, because we're like I'm more mature than the fuckboys that you'll see in the club.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
for sure.
So they're gonna look at me and they're gonna look, like I'm not the best looking, I'm not in the best shape, I don't have the nicest car, but they see me and hey, he's good enough for somebody.
What do you mean? Look at this Jollibee buff guy over here.
No, it's shrunk.
That's a Filipino
Eat
Jollibee.
Jollibee. But get Mikey's meals first.
What
Cheat day
the
Jollibee.
Oh yeah,
Jollibee.
it's a
fuck?
it. Trust me, you wear that shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
there
so-
are subconscious cues that people are attracted to. So
Is that like the whole perfume thing where like when you put
If
certain
we-
places?
oh no, if I wear perfume, listen, if I wear perfume, a girl's gonna assume that it rubbed off of another girl, and that again another pre-selection thing. Just like guys like big boobs and big like hips, right? So that's so that we break that down to like what breastfeeding and childbearing,
Yes.
right? So I just thought that it looked good. I'm just genetically predisposed to liking titties,
Yes.
versus girls, they'll look at things that may be subconscious, but then it's like, yeah, he's capable of doing things. That's why girls like nice cars, because if he can afford a nice car, he could probably afford to buy her a Louis Vuitton bag or some shit like that.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that.
That's why guys lick their lips when they see titties. I mean, I do.
Dude, I mean,
Because a feeding response.
Yeah.
oh my gosh. But okay, so what is that in terms for girls? Because I don't even know that. You know how you're like, oh, if a girl sees a ring, what is that for guys? Like if you say something on a girl's body. You mean just like the titties?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, well, come on.
ass too?
We're
And ass too?
We're simple as fuck.
That's true. I
We're
don't know why I
simple
fucking
as
asked
fuck.
that.
That's why. All right, like they do those studies where, I would go date a hot girl working at fucking McDonald's. You ask a girl if she date a hot guy working at McDonald's, probably no.
Yeah.
Rich, good luck on titling this episode.
No, I got a title.
Okay,
on this
cool.
I got the title in this episode
What
already.
the fuck?
Yeah,
That's insane.
but I mean, like if you really think about it, it is like, think of it as you're looking at a potential partner through like a parent's eye. So if I were to be a girl and I was looking at a guy, I want somebody that's taller than me, stronger than me, more capable as far as like paying for stuff than me. Why? Because I want them to be able to take care of my kid. I want them to be a provider.
Yeah.
And everything like that. If I were to look at a girl from a man's point of view, I want the big titties, I want the nice ass, I want the pretty face, because I want my kids to look good and have an easier life. You know what I'm saying? That's why guys don't look at girls that make money. I don't give a fuck about that. I want her to stay home and
I just want her to look hot.
Yeah,
honest.
Is that why you dropped your date? Everything you guys are talking about is I'm thinking about a previous episode, because when you're like
the ghosting one.
Yes, when you're like, oh, if she's talking to other people, then no. So if you see a ring on another, if see a ring on another girl's finger, I'm not gonna talk to her. That's how I feel about guys.
Yeah, well, that's how you feel. But
yeah, but remember there was two sides of the story.
Okay.
You know, like, just because I believe what I said and I stick by it doesn't mean that that's the only right way to see things. You know, Jasmine had her point of view. Strip club Jesus had his point of view.
No, but the whole ring thing is more subliminal. It's not anything spoken. Like you don't go up and go, Chan, the man has
of course.
Yeah. You know, but you know, with the way you're responding with like the titties and I mean, I like that. Check out the titties on that. You know, I'm not gonna go, hey, check out the ring on that guy.
Well, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. You guys are the only men that I've heard saying like, oh, obviously I hear guys talk about titties and ass all the time.
No, but we're the honestest.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. But I've never heard anybody say, oh, it's because how much milk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, it's because they're not educated enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but like subliminally, that's why you're doing it.
Yeah.
The bigger they, like if you look at the old like feminine statues, they all had big hips because they're supposed to symbolize a vessel to hold a baby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Childbearing.
Childbearing hips. That's why you have the big hips and the big boobs to be able to feed the kids.
Yeah, because the baby is going to be more likely to be able to latch on and less likely to suffocate because it's further away from your chest.
It's the same reason why girls generally like men with larger parts. It's because the bigger the part, the more...
The less it has to travel, right?
No, the bigger the part, it's like basically like a symbol of like mating, of being able to actually like produce.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm mind fucked.
What do you mean? What?
How is that?
I'm so mind fucked.
There's a lot of things that we do that are naturally like subliminal that we don't know about, and then when it's brought about, we always want to deny it. You know,
because for me, like when I hugged one of you guys when I walked in, and I was like, "Oh, cologne!" Like that for me, that attracts me.
That definitely wasn't me.
That was me. Yeah. She felt my bulge. Because I'm wearing joggers today, gray ones.
No, but for sure, like, it's funny. Okay, talking about that, right? When Jason goes to the gym, I'm like, you can't wear fucking gray sweats. You are not allowed to wear gray sweats.
Why?
No, shut up. You know dang right.
What dude is he gonna meet at?
Girl, no.
What dude is
no? Hell no. Girls will look at dick prints all the time.
I see your point, but I'll be honest with you, more guys talk to me than girls because they're like, yo, you're getting bigger. Yo, I saw you hit a PR, blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah, I'm getting bigger.
I mean, maybe I'm also, but maybe I'm also like just oblivious to it because I don't really know when people are talking to me in that way.
Except guys, apparently. He doesn't know when girls are hitting on him, but
that's relatable
true.
though.
But most guys.
Yeah, but that is more relatable to me.
That's true. That's very true.
The guys are like, oh, you've been working out. And he's like, yeah, buddy. Yeah. Like, he doesn't know they're flirting with him.
He has no comment. This is
You've been getting bigger. Wow. Let me check your duck. Wow.
Look, let me tickle it. Oh my gosh, I'm dead. Oh my
Dudes be trying to pick up on Vince at the club. I mean, at the club, at the gym.
Yeah, it'd be like, yo, you about to shower? I'm like, yeah. He's all like, I got your back. I was like, nobody's gonna fight me in there. It's all good.
He's like, I'm trying to have a sword fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Knife fight for me.
But yeah, no. But
Swiss Army knife fight.
back to we talked about this in an episode where we talked about how like they showed the one guy, the same guy wearing 3 different outfits, and the women tended to go to pick the guy that was wearing a suit.
Mm-hmm.
Not the same guy wearing the McDonald's uniform.
Oh no, because my type be. No, I mean, I can see where women will like go towards for sure.
Yeah, but that's why the ring. You wear that.
No, hell no. If you got a ring, I'm cool.
No, just keep in mind that some of the things that are accessories are indicators to attract women. You know, like the nice car, like the Rolex watch, like the big house. Like if we could, like Dave Chappelle said this, if we could fuck a girl in a cardboard box, we'd all get cardboard boxes.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd get 2.
Yeah.
You in an alley.
In and out. Oh, where else would it be?
It's all a Bullock Bayon box.
Keep it home. Come here, Nani. Dog Rogan guitar.
Oh my gosh, no. But yeah, no, I think I got all the info I needed today. I'm fucking scarred.
No, but yeah, no. Okay, so we're really back because we got to title the video. I want my alone time. See, that's the name of the title of the video. Yeah. No, you find a babysitter. You can drop her off like during the day. For you to get your own thing, whether or not it's you're gonna go window shopping, you're gonna have coffee with friends, have lunch, brunch, or whatever. Listen,
Or maybe invite us when you go to Hickey's and Dry Homes.
Yeah, don't make me be surprised. I'm hanging out over there.
I was like, oh, I was planning on going to that.
Were you really?
Yeah. Wait, which one? The day one or the
No, the one
night
before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The one that was on Sunday.
Either way, I'm just saying that I knew about both of
It
them.
was a Friday.
No.
No, it was a Saturday.
It was a Saturday because the next day was the daytime one, right?
No. It was a Friday because the night before was
No, it was
K-pop
a
night.
Saturday.
I'm sorry. It was Saturday because the night before was K-pop night. And then Sunday.
You just over here going out.
Yeah.
He got time to go out now. I need to learn how to get on that.
Well, he's in high demand because he has his gig coming up
Oh.
Wow.
that he's headlining and opening.
No, I'm not headlining and opening. I'm just.
I'm coming later just so I can make sure. You remember? Because the important people come later. Like how y'all come later.
Is this a nice guys finish last thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Vince and I are gonna start that night just kind of like casually playing whatever, and then
It's going to be fun.
K-pop, and then we're gonna leave it to Act Right to close the house down with whatever he wants to play.
Oh, yeah. You're playing K-pop too?
I can.
Hey.
Yeah,
I want to ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
Ding,
That's
ding, 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 ding.
Vietnamese.
Oh, sorry.
that's Viet Pop.
My bad.
Well, you want to play though?
No.
We'll find a spot for it. I think that.
Yeah, I have a whole crate of like Tibetan throat music. Just
No. Okay, on that note, guys, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we're good.
No, you have to go back to work. So we're gonna keep this shit going.
Okay, guys. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for the advice because I definitely needed it.
And if you guys have other advices, comment down below.
Yep.
Yeah, I need
Leave
all of
Lani
that.
a comment. She needs all the comments.
Hashtag save Lani, not just from these guys, but my own life, apparently. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Seek.